She was coming along a crowded street towards me, and I was waiting for her, and I had spotted her a long time before she had spotted me. And as she was approaching me, I was watching her face, and she got this incredibly hunted expression on her face, and she was looking furtively from face to face to face to face, looking to see what they were thinking of her, and I could see it happening. And I wanted to run away, actually. I didn't really want her to then come to me.
My mum brought in people into our household that were way over the rails. You kind of accepted anyone that came into the house who would never have crossed the threshold in friends of mine's houses. And so I grew up thinking that a lot of things were just normal.
My father believed that the Soviet army was spying on him. He had a collection of postcards with the faces of army leaders, and he started to manipulate these postcards. He cut their eyes out, just a portrait without eyes. Next day on the news we heard that one of these captains had died, so it was quite strange.
She said, you know, if you have a shit, you're part of the system. You know, if you have a shit down the toilet, you know. So it's like, you know, it's too much.
On one hand, I saw that my father really has this power, and I also, part of the situation, I have to develop my own power in killing enemies or whatever to protect myself. So I decided if I look at my grandmother, very strict and with a lot of anger, that she will die. And but obviously she didn't die, but she became quite frustrated. So I understand that it's good. So we had a very bad relationship.
Yes. What animals go?
Yes, that's right, absolutely. Now listen, I'm talking to Uncle Ted, so just be quiet for a moment. Excuse me. Anyway, so I was telling him, you know, and I said I thought it was absolutely dreadful what was happening, because you see, the car was about 14 years old, and they said that if they had to into the garage, it would absolutely reworked and all the spark plugs cleaned and everything. And I told them that really what I wanted.
Don't get bit too. Wait, leave off.
Taken from me.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, you are. God said you're trying to bump me off. Please stop her. She's trying to get off.
Calm down. No, calm down. Calm.
Leave me alone.
For goodness sake. Nobody is trying to kill you.
Please, darling,
Nobody
she's going to kill me.
Calm down,
They
come
don't
on.
understand.
Just come and
She's
sit
going
down
to
with
take
the
my
rest of
life.
us
She's
in
going to
here.
take me
Behave
away from
normally.
me. Leave me alone.
For goodness sake.
Please, leave me alone.
I went through a period of doubting my own sanity and that I was going exactly the same way as her, which was extremely frightening for me. I was suddenly hit with this dreadful panic that they were all going to end up hating me, and I was going to sort of slowly spiral down and deteriorate, just as my mother had done.
First, I was afraid. First of all, I remember, and I tried to understand, or I tried to be a part of the story, but it became more weird and weird, and I cannot cope with it. I thought I really wants to know what's going on, because we were very good friends before.
You know, the person's had this really bad time, but they're kind of oblivious to the actual events. They're sort of, like you say, they're being nurtured back into the sort of happening world, and you're sort of just drifting further away from it because you've soaked it up like a sponge. You know, done all you can to sort of make it all right, but you're fucked. You know, like.
And she was put into the hospital anyway. She was sort of taken across in section, and she was on this strong medication. And I suppose she was more passive, but she was no longer. She no longer seemed to have much of a personality
She didn't have an
either.
edge anymore.
No, but medication does take away.
There's someone here to see you.
Hello.
Hi.
He became very, very slow, very... He stopped shouting, of course, but it was something, it's just like a kind of push down the frequencies.
Goodbye. Go on. Bye, dear.
Bye.
When I was in the secondary school, it was a kind of special thing if you are not normal. It's a kind of... I know some people who thinks that they are so eccentric. And I always wanted to be very, very normal because I understand how hard if you are really mad.